All right. Let's see what we're gonna get up to today, everybody. Hey guys! All right. That's not a good way to start the show, Josh. Just like that, right? Everybody, welcome in. Welcome, everybody. Shoo, guys. So remember to tap the screen, right? The more times we tap the screen, the more people are going to show up. The more times we comment, the more people are going to show up. And you'll see that number just grow and grow and grow. You can also hit the share button, which is right there. Hit that share button, send it out to all your best mates, right? Now, no wonder I get paint on my arm all the time. How is this possible? I'm sorry. Let me tell you what I've done with my canvas so far. Okay, I have a big old 20 by 24 inch. It's an odd size, I agree. Not the most perfect or most common sizes, right? It's a little odd in its size, but it's a 20 by 24 inch Pro Series canvas, which is the big, thick gallery canvases, right? And here's what we did. Okay, I took my Liquitex Black Gesso, because the canvases come, they're white, right? So I took my Liquitex Black Gesso, right here, this guy, and I covered the top area, and I covered the bottom area with a piece of tape. I had a piece of tape right here, right? Did the bottom, removed the tape, kind of scrubbed down along the edges. So we only have this little bit of white canvas left, okay? Then I let that all dry. It only takes about 10 minutes. After that was all dry, right? And it came time to paint this scene just about 10 minutes ago. I covered the whole canvas with our liquid clear oil paint, Rossed the whole thing and the white, right? Did the whole thing, okay? Then I went back with just the smallest little bit of my liquid white and covered this white area with just a little touch of liquid white. Didn't even go all the way to the end. You can still see that purpley bit, right? So then I took all of these colors. Once our canvas was nice and wet, took our colors of our crimson color from the Meaden set, covered it right down here above the edge. And then I took a bit of our Dioxazine Purple and a little bit of our red together, started mixing them together, took more purple, mixed it over here. Same thing around the bottom, crimson around the bottom, purple down here, nothing right in here yet because I wanted to do it with you guys, okay? So once you get your canvas all set up and ready, you guys got to check in and tell me where you're watching from, right? What time is it where you are right now? That was acrylic. All this is acrylic, right? All this black. It's acrylic gesso, which basically means extra watery acrylic, which spreads easier than your normal acrylic black. Right, so we did all that in acrylic, let it dry. Then we wet washed it with a clear oil blending medium, and then our oil paints. So now I want to light up this area with a bit of red, just pure Bob Ross red, maybe a little touch of our crimson over here. Little bit, right? We're going to come in here, and it's going to become very bright. Each time that red contacts that white, and see from where we initially put it to the more it mixes with that white color, the more it's going to blend, blend, and blend. Now that we have that color on our brush, we can start dragging it up into the darkness, right? Illuminating some other little bits of light, right? There's a soft little thing out there. Blend it as far as we want, and then we can take our darkness and bring it back. I just want to have a little bit out there on the edge, like the sun is rising, right? And then we'll be able to come up here and add some clouds and all sorts of different stuff. Now, if we wanted it to be brighter even, let's come in here and grab a little bit of our white. And we're just letting it rock and roll, right? This is Josh just coming in here and painting just as much or as little as you want. Trying to get it right down onto the edge. We got a little brighter spot. If we wanted to really make a bright spot out there, why don't we come in with our white onto a fan brush, and we can really kind of pop in just a little bit of that excess paint, right? Really put a little bright space out there. Not mix it as much, right? And then you'll have a bit of brightness on the edge. All up to you guys. Every time you do it a little bit differently now, can't we? Now, what if we wanted, just like I said, anything that we put up here is going to start mixing in with those colors, right? We don't want to drag too much paint up there. But what if we came out and had a very small, flat little brush, a little bit bigger. It's coming out this way. You can almost see our little cloud in there. Get a little smaller, schmallers. Mix it. Again, anytime we drag any of that amount of that white upwards, it's going to get darker and darker and darker, right? Anything that we have up here is going to stand out against all that brightness or all of our darkness. Having a little cloud out here in the night. Remember, it doesn't have to all look the same. We don't want it all to be exactly alike. And just kind of scrubbing in a few little bits, you know what I mean? We can always go back and determine how bright or how dark we want it to be. Say we wanted to let this guy climb a little bit. Just climb, let it mix in with those colors. The more falls off our brush, the darker it gets as it goes up that way. You know what I mean? Very, very light amount of paint on this guy. Because we want the sky to remain sort of dark, we're just lighting up a little bit of color. The further and further away it gets from the sun, the darker and darker and darker it gets, right? Now, this is based off of a photo that was sent to me by Evil J Studios years ago. I'm talking about years ago. Evil J, do you remember this? When you were lobster fishing, is he even here? If he's here, you guys let me know if he's here, all right? Because this is kind of inspired by a picture that was sent to me from him long ago from a lobster boat at like 4:45 in the morning as the sun is just coming up over the horizon. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to emulate that photo. I just want to know if he was here or not. A little bit of light, not too much, right? We want it to be dark. We don't want to light up the whole sky full of light, right? Just want it out there on the edge. The edge. Right? Is he here? Anybody? Remember, guys, you can grab this painting if you like it enough. Right? You can head over to PaintWithJosh.com and grab it. Now, I'm just giving, just a little, just practicing, just throwing a new idea out there to try to attempt to learn how to teach it if I wanted to then teach it one day. Right? Maybe. Got all that shadowy stuff. What if we came in here and made a little bit of brightness along the bottom of this cloud? Along the bottom edge. Right? It doesn't even have to go everywhere. Maybe it climbs up a little bit higher over there. But underneath here, I want it very flat. And we can drag this guy out a little flatter as we go, too. Very small amount of paint. We can mix it up and not let it overdo itself. Right? We want there to be two different colors. A light side that's getting hit by the brightness, and then the darker side above. We get to determine what that looks like. So we want to push it down a little bit more over here. Make it a little flatter. Blend it away a little bit more, right? Each time we do it, we can do it a little differently. Now, we can always go back and make it brighter, right? If we wanted to, let's say we hit it a little bit more paint right there. Out in the night, right? A little bit more paint, and let's blend it a little softer, just to see if we like how it looks. If we don't like how it looks, then we blend it hard and make it go away. Right? But if we can get it to blend a little, ooh, I like that. To blend a little bit like that, get those soft little things, right? Again, just a little bit of paint. I'm going to have this guy come out a little bit more. Right? Grow a little bit more to the side. Right? Little bits. We don't even have to light them all up. What if there was a whole nother one underneath too? Right? Little things. Little things out there. Very lightly, very lightly. However we want them to be, how they're going to be. Say we didn't like this guy. Watch, I'll show you exactly what to do. Blend him until he's gone. Right? They don't have to be there. Nothing out there is set. Right? It's all a bunch of weird craziness. Out in the night. In the night. Or the early morning. Right? Again, very, very light paint initially. And then we can go back. We can brighten it. See if we want this spot a little brighter. Right? Pop a little space in there. That's going to push this cloud, or take this guy and put him in front of said darkness back there, right? Because we brought him up. Brought him up over here. Drag it down a little bit. Right? How do you want yours to look? Each time we do it, we can do it a little differently. What if we came over here? Hold on a little flat side, a little flat edge, kind of mixed it in, right? We're deciding every time where the light's going to hit, how soft it gets to be, how rough or how bright it gets to be. You know what I mean? Each time we do it, guys, we're making the decisions. Man, that's cool. All right, let's come up in here with, you know what, with that same brush, without even doing anything. And watch, there will be color on the brush, right? Because we've been mixing down here. So let's push real hard on that guy. Just real hard, just to try to get some of that purplish color out into the sky. And the darker it gets, the further up we get, the more we're mixing in with purple, right? So it will become darker on our brush because there's a lot more dark paint up there, and we're only allowing the faintest amount of white to kind of creep its way up there into the night. Yeah, guys, this thing is cool. I like it. Now, again, this is just me messing around out here on some canvas just to see if we can throw down a new kind of an idea. What do you guys think? Do you like it? Thanks for sharing. Oh, man, I got so much paint all over me. Thanks for liking the live. I need to move these. If I put the white over here and just shift everything, maybe I won't get so dirty. I don't know why. Sorry, we'll take the painter's shower, they call it. All it is, a little bit of heat and a little bit of friction. Get all those little paints off of you like that. Attach them onto our little guy here. Just like so. You can make it a little, just a little wet over there. There we go. Awesome. Now, how does that keep getting on me? That is the question. Really sneak it back over there and it won't get on me anymore. Okay. Yeah, so what do you think of this painting? Thanks for liking the live. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for all of that. I really like you guys. Just a whole lot. Yes, we are oil painting. We're just out here having a good time on the canvas today. Just playing around a bit, right? If it sells, it sells. If it doesn't, that's okay. Tyler got a painting earlier today. Tyler Brad Bob got a painting earlier today, which means that even if this one doesn't go, it's okay. That's all right. Look at that, dudes. The more darkness we bring, the more things we can do. What if we got a little bit of that purpley color? Just drag it down in here. Covering over that light side. Right? Our light doesn't have to go everywhere. Drag it, let it kind of blend its way. See what I mean? And blend it from that pink down into a little purpley action. As it's getting further and further away, you guys. That's cool. That's cool. Now, I want to come in with one more little low-lying cloud, just in an attempt to cover this. I'm not liking this part right here. All right, so an attempt to cover that. Let's come in. Just blast on a little bit of paint. Whip its way out here. Here we go. And then we'll blend our little cloud down from this spot. Right? Try not to let it get too thin, because then it's not going to stand out. Down into there, and at least now we've got a little cloud that's floating low down along our water, taking away that dark line that I didn't like so much. Right? If we wanted to make it different, we could make it different. So we came up into here and changed it up a little bit, popped it up over there, just adjusting its top level, not its bottom level. Mixing it less so they don't turn into the same. We don't want them to be the same out there. Stretch it out towards that bright spot in the center. Man, alive. That's cool. Now, what if we did this guy in that direction? Just a little. Ooh, scary, Josh. Just scary. Hang on, let's get in here and do it with this brush. But that way we can blend it out if we didn't like how it looked. Let's do a big flat little section over here. Pushing them off in the... Oh, see that? Do you see? Do you see? Here's my trip to Frontier Days. Do you see? That. Oh, man. Guys, right? So, now that we kind of have an idea of what our cloud would look like if we were to put some paint up there, we can toss some paint up there, right? Just little things. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you, 6A Painting. Anna, thank you so much. All right. Is Evil J here yet? I love that. Thank you, Fia. Love the colors. Thank you, Christy. Thank you for the follows. I'm from Cheyenne. Excellent. I'm from Oregon. Nice to see you over there. So, everybody, that's a good idea. Check in. Tell me where you're watching from. What time is it where you are right now? Right, I'm going to get out here. Let's try to work the bottom side of this cloud in a little bit. Right? We don't need the whole thing to shine. It went up a little bit. It came down here. Came up. Came over there. And then we can kind of blend it out however we want it to be. Right? Not every cloud is the same. They don't all have to look the same. They don't all have to blow the same direction or whatever. like it's a cloud, bruh. It's all good. Flat on the bottom. Ooh, I like it. I like it. We're going to build off of that guy too. I want to have slight little dark areas in between my clouds as well, right? And we should be able to kind of crisscross a little, especially if we came up here like this guy. We'll kind of cut in front of that guy with enough paint on our brush, okay? We cut in front of him with enough paint. And this guy look a little closer than this guy will, just by cutting off his top. Cut the top off with that nice little line. Bring it down in, mixing it, mixing it, mixing it, letting it fade away. Fade away, Joshy. You can even mix it up so much right here that it doesn't even, you couldn't even tell where one was coming from. That's a cool looking cloud right there, dude. We did a whole nother guy. He was up in here. Down into the bright, where that shadow is, right? Not trying to make all the bright parts kiss all the time. Bang, out into the night. Into the night. That's a cool sky, dude. Let's blend it out, see what it looks like. Toss a couple weird bits up into there, right? That, don't ever ask me to recreate this sky, because I don't know that it can be done. I don't know that it can be done. Do you see? Can you see this sky? Blend it back up into the darkness. Into the dark. The dark. Oh, you guys. That is fantastic. That is a beauty. I like it. I like it. Come in here and add a couple little brighter little spots. Come in here. Little guys. And just to add a little bit of brightness, we go blend it up, blend it down, blend it up, blend it down, back and forth across it. Right? And you'll have cool little spaces of light and dark. Because we're doing it sort of randomly, we're not really focusing too much on what they look like, right? We're throwing them up there, getting these cool little things to pop out, and seeing where we may be able to sneak one more. What if we went down there? So pick it up. That's right over here. Sneak it up. Sneak it up. Sneak it up. Just make a mess. Just make a mess, you guys. Right? A calculated mess. It's not just a random mess. It's a calculated mess. That way, we kind of know where the paint's going to blend down to, where it's going to be, right? We're deciding every time that we do it. I love this guy, but he kind of got a little dark. Every time that we do it, we get to decide how bright, how dark, how this, how that, right? Each time. Man, that's cool. That's cool. I like these little guys up here, but I might want to make them a little soft or almost let them touch. Right? We don't want all the colors to touch. Maybe if we took this guy and make it look like he's sliding up this way. It's like dragging it up, almost like there's a little seascape in the sky, right? By whipping it up that way, mixing it out, but not over mixing it. So we leave a little detail. Ooh, I see it. I see it. Right? How bright do you want this guy to be? How far do you want him to extend? All up to us every time we do it. Guys, that's a just mic drop. Oh, I still caught it. Hang on. Hey, mic drop. Hello, shoot, guys. I hope it's not this one because I wanted to keep it. Hey, it's Cosmic Lighthouse coming in with the purchase, so you cannot have it anymore, and I can no longer have it anymore. Was it the clouds? Was it the sky that got you? Did it just grab your imagination? Cosmic Lighthouse. That sky, I know, right? Oh man, I really, really, really like it. I like it. What if though? If just a thing, just I can see it's just perfect, and we made it initially, but we didn't really make it. Right? It's right there. I can see it. The bright spot. Bink. Rotate our little sun. It's right into there. Bink. Bang at that sunlight. casting all these little shadows and such. Right? Now, let's go back, because we didn't put any red underneath. I didn't allow it to get down into my oceany scene, and now I want it there. And so we're going to come in with the red, just like that, right up against that back line if we can. You can leave it a little bit dark back there, but we don't want it to be too dark. Let that red blend in with our crimson over here. Right now, oh man, you can already see it, you guys. You can already see it. Where's my knife? Here it is. Here's the old palette knife. Shoo, guys. Yes, shoo. Oh, this way. You guys, the old pickle Rick flops. They're comfy. Leave me alone. All right, we're going to scrape up a little bit of our pure titanium white. I'm talking about the smallest bit you could possibly get to get onto your palette knife, right? And let's go back here. And we're just going to get right up on the edge. A bit of brightness underneath, right? Let's drop down a little bit. Go around that guy a little bit. Right? How do you want it to look? Each time, it's going to be what? The same? Or is it going to be different each time that we do it? Right? I don't know about you, but I'm not a robot. I mean, as much as I want to be, let's dip down a little bit, make a little angle, just like we would do with our fan brush. Right? Make a same little mustaches with your knife. Right? Same little bits. Now we're not going to fill up every space in between. Right? We're going to leave little spots. So nothing is perfect. Nothing is perfect. That's what's going to make it perfect. We're not going to allow our brightness to go too far. A little bit back here, a little bit over there. Right? We don't need it to be too much or too crazy or too anything. Because we're going to need to brighten up this section underneath, right? If we have too much paint right away, then our little sunlight, our little kissed area back here isn't going to look brighter than everywhere else, right? We need that to be the brightest spot. Thing starts coming towards us. So now, since there's less paint on the knife, we dip down over here, just a little angle, just kind of turning it. You can even see the handle kind of flick out at the end. Come back in here and launch in a few little things, not trying to make it all the same. As long as we have a bit of light and then a bit of dark, like that little spot, it's perfect, right? We don't need it to be that big, but just there, having a little bit of shadow. So that little shadow, like a smiley face, is just poking right out at us between all that light, right? In between these two bits of light, there's a little shadow back in there. You don't need it to be fully covered white on white. We're never gonna be able to tell what's what if it's like that, right? Never, ever. What if we got over here and we made a little brighter area right there? Bink! Just on that little downward line, right? Nothing out there has to be the same. I've never, ever, ever done a painting like this before, by the way. Never. It's usually very quick, especially in this backwater part. It's very messy. Just throw it out there, right? But I was asked online about maybe doing a virtual class and doing rougher water, but just open water, right? Which means we need to have those peaks, those dips, those valleys. And one needs to be right here. Right? Just scraping on the smallest amount we could possibly put onto our knife. That way, we can drag it backwards, filling in little spaces, keeping that shadow in between our next little spot, right? The dark area, little light area. Maybe, since these, see how this one's going up, and then it's going up, and it's going over there, right? So same thing, let's put another one in between. Right there, kind of crisscrossing, making a little eyeball. Maybe it comes up, it's a little brighter right over there, but it gets darker as it goes down. It pops up over here. Sneak it back in a little bit through, right? The more bright that we make it, the more close it looks, right? And we can also change and just make it more horizontal if we wanted to, right? You can cut across that guy and then just work your brightness back. Nothing has to be perfect out there, especially if we're doing water. The only thing that we have to do is keep a bit of light and a bit of dark, right? And if we can keep the light and the dark and just have little differences in there, right? And it's going to look like our water is rolling towards us, you guys. A little bit more white, Let's change our angle again. So we got a little peak. That's all it is, right? Especially if we're out on the ocean itself. We're out on the ocean. Bink, little peak, right? Boom, boom, boom. That's all we need. Right underneath our sun, this area's got to be the brightest, right? So we drop in a bit, but we can't have it go bright all the way back to that wave. That wave has to be casting some bit of shadow, right? So maybe it's a little bit brighter over there just by smooshing on that paint. Look at that. Oh. Sure, guys, look at this thing. It's amazing. Literally amazing. Never-ending story vibes. I dig that. I dig it. Now, we're going to add a little bit of our liquid white to our pile now. Now that we're getting a little closer, I want the paint to slide a little bit easier, right? So by changing our consistency, adding that liquid white, now we have a much sloppier pile. It's like your favorite aunt on Thanksgiving over here, right? Versus this hard, firm pile that's up on top. And it's only because I want this guy to slide a bit easier. See how it's depositing a bit easier off of our knife? I don't have to push so hard. It makes some areas bright. Get a little kiss of a brightness. Here, there, everywhere, right? All it is a bunch of sea foam floating on top of our invisible water, right? The water is there. All the dark areas, right? Those darknesses. Here, there, and everywhere. Right? That's the water. All we're seeing is the bit of light reflecting off of the top of those little bits of water. Right? Let's get over here and change this guy up. Bink. Drop him down. Boom. Over there, and again, very light. Nothing has to be perfect. Nothing has to flow a certain way. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to look a certain color. Just want it to be a bit brighter on the edge. Catching that light, right? It's all messy. It's all weird. Anyway, take this guy, picking up on the paint that's there, and just scraping over a bit. You don't need it to be all the same. We want to miss some spots. Right? The further it gets over to the side, the less we're going to see anyway, for real. Never going to see everything over here. And it should be like it is, turning purple on this side because we put that purpley water over there, right? It's a little foggier, a little mistier. Again, coming in with our knife. Remember we had our big thing. It's come down. It's going to come up to a point. This one was coming down over here. So what if we had this guy connect on, drop off? And, they're not humongous, giant dips down, right? They're little guys. Nothing crazy. And remember, let it get dark over there. Don't put too much paint. Too much paint on our knife is going to be bad news. Scrape it back. These guys just have a few differences, right? Just even that is perfect, right? That mess going over, dropping a ½ inch, coming back, dropping 2 times, psh, drop, drop, bang. Perfect. You can't do it better than that, right? It's a mess. That's all you want, especially further away from your light source, the less we're going to see over there. So you don't have to worry about it so much, right? Remember, bright, bright, bright. Everything else can be darker. So if we need to, you can always go back and add a bit more brightness to wherever you think it needs to be. Right? Feed it up underneath that little bit of wave. That look neat? Guys, looks neat to me. To me, it does. I don't know about you guys, but to me, it does. Coming off the right sides of these little peaks. We don't need much off the left, right? Just the right side. The right side of that peak because it's catching all that light and coming down into our little guy. Right in there. Just depositing some of that white so it stays a bit brighter. Doesn't have to be perfect. We want it to be odd looking. Right? And now that we're getting closer to us, these need to be getting bigger, right? Further away because they're closer to us. We can see more. See more, right? See more butts over here. Like that. Off to the side, right? We don't need to be as small. We don't need to be as light-handed now that we're getting closer to us. We can visibly see more. It's closer, right? But we're also going to try to get darker with that light as well. And I know, it doesn't make any sense, right? We're going to try to put on less brightness, more condensed brightness, less, so it doesn't feed all the way to the edge of the canvas. Right? Because my plan is to come back in here like this, especially for these guys that are very soft. You know what I mean? even from the whole edge, and just feed that guy backward a little bit, because we're not trying to see everything, right? I want to see every bit. Can do one little line, bink, one little line back there. Little things, little bits, only because those guys are getting brushed the lightest bit, so we don't really see. Same thing from this side, they just get brushed over the smallest area, so we're really only focusing right here. Isn't that a beauty? Now, let's take a bit, come down like that. Drop down to this guy, and be a bit longer, down like that. Okay? Little edge, come down here, leaving it in the shadowy area, changing it up. I'm going to drop down over here too. Just having that little bit of brightness out on our watery side, right? It's falling over. Get all these things to start happening back in here. And start feeding backwards towards our little wave, right? Little bits, little bits, little bits. Drop it off. Again, being very bright and letting it feed to that very dark spot back there. These guys are going to come down and change just a little touch. A little bit of a drag, and we're going to change our angle on that guy. Pop our guy right there. Pop him down, feed him back. Back, 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 back. Maybe it changes its angle over here. Do whatever we want to do. All we need is to make it look rough. And the way it's going to look rough is if we have very bright spots and very dark spots. Right? Little things out there in the night. Grab on a little bit more. Drag it down over here. Maybe we're starting to flatten out a bit more over here. Okay. More things, more bits where we want them to be. Right? Little areas of light and dark is all we're looking for. By scrubbing them in. We can always go back and make it look a little different each time. Right? Very cool. Now this guy, what if we changed up his whole thing too? Just dropped him down. Have another little lip, another little spot, another little thing, right? And each time, it's going to be a little different. Rolling back. Feed some of these guys backwards. Again, we're just going to try to keep that one spot very bright. Oh, dude, that looks so cool. Oh, Evil J! Hey, Evil J! Thank you, Cosmic, for texting me. I'm sorry. Evil J, bro, do you remember you sent me a photo from the lobster boat, very reminiscent of this sky, of that sunrise, right? Thank you, Mindy. Appreciate you. Thank you, Mindy. Love ya. It's really pretty. I love you guys. Thank you so much. I've just up. You do remember? Do you still have that picture somewhere? Because I tried to find it and I couldn't. And so I'm just kind of going off of our brains. What if we took this guy and slid him down this way? Right? Just little things. Oh, I'm starting to like that. I'm starting to like that. If we came over here, and again, because we have more, we're closer, we can see more things. Right? Let's let this guy break. Here we go. Break upon the ridge. Dragging it down. Little things. We'll be going every which way. Came down this side, up over there, and dropped it back. So do you have that picture still, Evil J? Because I would love to see that thing, honestly. I would love to see that photo. Again, I tried finding it. I couldn't. Little bits. Oh, guys. That's cool. Now, we need a bright spot right there. Right? Don't want to forget about our sun, which means we need to make it a little bit thicker, right? So it stands out a bit more. Dragging it back, right underneath that guy, just at least so we have some brightness there. Right, and then you can grab around and start rolling down this side. Oh, nice! I am loving this one. This is one that, like, seriously, I don't know that I'll ever be able to redo. It's just so crazy. It's a crazy boy. Keep him off of this edge. Going down like a little mountain peak, right? Oh, you guys. That's so cool. So cool. Sugar. Look at that thing. That thing is sweet. There's like a little ridge right there, like a little dragon's ridge. A dragon's ridge. Would you guys want me to try to do this a few more times and come up with a tutorial on how to teach it? Because I'm sure that my ramblings on throughout this and all the changes that we've made would kind of be hard to follow. I'm just guessing. So maybe we practice it a little bit and then we come back with a little tutorial and show you how to do one like this. Or I could just as easily put this video up on my YouTube, download it from TikTok, just throw it up on the tube over there. And you guys could learn from this one. That little guy. Look at that little guy over there. Just a little bit. Pink, pink, pink. A little bit of bright. A shadowy side. Right in there. Zip. Right, so you have your bright going one way, right up against your bright that's going the other way. Right? And that'll make it look more like our bits of our foamy action and different parts of our waves that are just crazy right now. Woo! I like it though. Flowing outward. This is all knife. I think we touch these waves with one little bit of a brush. And we could, again, because we've got all this thing over here, watch us bring a little bit, a bright spot, roll it in this way. Not all of it. It's got to be the same type of thing, right? Come off the back, less paint, pushing on it harder, letting it get darker. See, the more we push on it, the more it kind of darkens itself up. Very, very cool. Lots of brightness down here in the front. That's really neat, guys. That is really neat. I don't know what you guys are talking about. That's cool. Let's brighten up another area. Even areas darker. Ooh! Cosmic. What do you think of this guy out here in the night? In the night. I'm going to try to pop in just a little bit of darker. There we go. So it's not so bright coming down that little hill, that little face. And all we did was put a bit of purple back in here. A bit of our dioxazine purple coming off the other side, just intermixing with all the white paint that's already there. Oh, that kind of looks like a rock. Oh. Oh, oh, oh. That's cool. I like it. I think I found the picture. Excellent. So, send it to me on Messenger. I might be able to look at it right here during the show. You might have already done that. He already did. This is close, but it's not the one I was talking about. The one I was talking about was very dark. It was like almost black on the night and black in the sky. And then there was just that little strip of red. It was like a little strip of red right there. It was how he initially started this painting. And then it grew into this. But look at this color. This is what Evil Jay used to get to see just for his day job. Like, oh, I'll just go out and just fish lobsters out there on the ocean. Isn't that amazing? That is amazing, if you ask me. Let's see if we take and soften down just little bits, right? They don't all have to be so bright or so much. But if we put too much brightness on there, then we're almost lost. You know what I mean? Flush it out a little bit over here. Ooh, I like that. Guys, that's really cool. Really cool. I like this bit of light in here too. Right on the edge of that thing. Oh, it's wicked. I didn't know if I was going to have sand or if we were just going to do water or whatever we were going to do. I didn't know about it. I'm trying to make it extra bright right underneath that sunlight. Kind of help kiss those little bits. Almost thicker than we'd ever done a mountain, man. Just a mountain, man. Hail. But just crazily thick in there. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Now, if we can just barely make a couple just supreme bright spots just by kind of tapping the paint. And so we don't even drag it, right? Just want to tap it enough where we can drop it off. There we go. Little bit. Just we have that supreme bit of bink right there. Oh, That little guy, gorgeous. Bink. Oh, baby, it's sweet. Woo! Holy shaving cream, you guys. Pop on a little bit of our sea foamy goodness back in here. And then Cosmic is going to have to come up with a title for this painting, you guys. You guys have to help her come up with a title for this painting. And if you don't, then I don't know what we're going to do, man. Just creep up just a little bit with our white up into that purple. Oh, I like it. I like it. Dudes, like, I mean, you know what makes it work? The darkness back there, right? Can't have this bright back there. Otherwise, it doesn't make it look further away. Am I right or am I wrong? Anybody else? You're supposed to say, yes, you're right, Josh, unless you want to get blocked. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Right? Get it out there. You slide it back, and that's cool. It's cool. Maybe we need a bit more black, though. A bit of black underneath this guy because it got to be too bright. That works. That works. That works. That works. A bit of brightness. Feed it. There we go. There we go. A little bit of a lip of a wave rolling in. We got all this crazy bit of sea foam that's in here. Right? It's really close to us, so we can see more of it. There's lots of action happening in here. We want that stuff to drag off and back towards our other bits of waves and leave little dark areas underneath. Right? So if we came back over here, this area down, maybe we can connect it to that little bit of light. Right? All because we want to. And we want to push on a little hard and change it. Have the light down there too. Why not? You guys do whatever you want. Each time you do a little different. Do the do. Maybe we have some of that brightness come off of this side, which would help. Let's feed in here. Doesn't need to be so bright, so if it is too white initially, just go over it a few times. Feed it back, feed it back. Remember, we can see more stuff down here in the front than we can further away. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, guys. What do you think? Just very tumultuous down here. Waves of paradise. Titan's Rage. Like that. That's cool. Very, very soft along the edge. Just along the edge. Just along the edge. Oh, man. That is wicked. Little bits of our water. Go back and soften however much you want, right? If it's just too textury for you, just soften it a bit. Just a touch. Oh, shit, that looks cool. Back here, just a little. Barely grazing over all that texture. Just so lightly that we don't even touch it. That is a painting, my friends. Woo! Baby, that's a painting right there. That is a painting. If you ask old Joshery, that's an old painting right there. How thick that freaking water is right here. That's crazy. Flatten it out a little bit more. A little bit more, Joshy. There we go. There we go. It almost looks like a bubbling surge where a... Oh... have like a wicked old fucking tentacle pop up out here, like bink over. Ooh! Oh, maybe another time. Maybe another time. Look at that though. It's like the churning. Oh, it's like the wake behind the boat, you guys. I didn't even think about that. Literally, like if we were going this direction, looking off the back of the boat, you would have that churning water. I'm going to make one that looks like that, where it's like churning here, and then it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and it would be us going this way, looking off the back of the boat. That would be really cool, too. Oh, look at this painting, you guys. Thank you, Cherry MC. Appreciate ya. Gorgeous. That's exactly what it looks like. Evil Jay says right there. That's exactly what, and he's a lobster fisherman. So he would know what it looks like. Going off the back of the boat, churning up the waters, man. Maybe we're backing up. You ever seen a boat back up? It always freaks me out because the water wants to spill in, and it's not supposed to be in here. It's supposed to be out there. It always freaks me out a little bit. But you ever seen a boat like backing up? It's got all that churn back there. Oh, man alive. Cosmic. Can I get this one back off of you, though? Because I like it too much. I like it, man. Straighten this thing out a little bit more. Wow! Okay, let's toss the old bird family in there. And we shall be literally done, you guys. Like, how long do we... What time is it? 5:46. A 46-minute painting, just palette knife. After the clouds and stuff, of course. And a little filbert brush moon. And a liner brush. Okay, it's not just a palette knife. Let's go in here into the brightness. It'll be very small. See, the higher up you put them, the bigger they can be. If you want them low, you gotta put them smaller. Just flying. Man, they're coming to land on Evil Jay's boat. Oh my God! That is gorgeous. Gorgeous. Oh, man. Good heavens. Can you say level up? Because I think we just did. I think we just did, you guys. See the skyscape. That's awesome. Excellent title. Strawberry Skies Forever. You guys are amazing. Thank you, Cosmic, for your purchase. Keeping my doors open. Look at that thing, though. Dudes, that's like the most realist one that I've ever done. I want to keep it as mine. You can't have it. If I just go like this, do you think she would like it anymore? And then that could just be mine. So, that's the title that they're going to go with. Let's grab this one. Zip. Zippity-doo-dah. Seascape today. My, oh my. I want to do another one just like this now. Oh, that's so pretty. So pretty, guys. What number is this again? It says 1628, 29. You'll see. Yeah, I'll put you. I mean, you were if you were here like 10 seconds ago, you would have seen it closer. Lots of requests for it. See the skyscape. So 1628. 1628. What's it called? See the skyscape. All right. What's the date today? 12/29 of 2023. We're all going to go to PaintWithJosh.com because it's the bestest place of all time. Flip that guy around. Whoop! Look at this, dudes. With the pink, the purple, the red, the white, the deep dark. Right? It's amazing. Did I do that? Did I do it? Wawa. It's 24. Did I not put that? Hang on, Wawa. Check this out. Whoop! 12/29/2024. I got it on there. Did I say something different? It's totally a possibility, Wawa. And like I'm not mad at you or anything. I just want to have a conversation with you. It's my Murphy's Law. You know what I mean? Like every time I get too excited, and you know, Murphy's Law is that law that says if something can happen, it will happen, right? I know, Timothy. I'm trying to get you guys to talk to me, right? I might have said 23. I'm a little dyslexic. What do you want me to do about it, right? But it's Murphy's Law. Like, if it can happen, it will happen. If I'm going to mess up, I'm going to do it in front of 500 people versus just by myself, right? Wawa. So, you guys know Murphy's Law, right? Unfortunately, this one already went. You got to be faster. Thank you, Wawa. But Wawa, Timothy, thank you. I am cool. I appreciate that. You're cool, too. So do you guys know of Murphy's Law, though? I just need 2 yes or no answers, okay? I want you to know if you know Murphy's Law, yes or no, right? If not, if it's no, we can tell you. If it's yes, then we'll move forward, right? Thank you, Christy. So Timothy says yes. He knows Wawa. Okay, everybody knows Murphy's Law, right? There's another law, kind of more to do with painting and more to do with like our situation by this guy named Cole, right? Do you know of him? Probably not, because it's much less well known. It's much more obscure, right? So this guy named Cole kind of wrote, Murphy's Law is my life. Right? I feel you. So who's that? Ariana Victoria says no. Okay. You don't know of this guy named Cole who wrote the law, kind of like Murphy's Law, right? You other guys, Wawa, Timothy, you guys, yes, no? Just a yes or no answer is all we need. Just yes or no. And if not, it's super easy. I worked in a laboratory, so we know Murphy's Law, right? But do you know of the other guy, Cole, who also wrote a law? Wawa said no. April said no. Sophia said no. Goose, they go for about 250-ish, roughly. Sometimes less, sometimes more. Something like that. So Timothy said no. Everybody, you guys don't know what Cole's Law is? Because I thought it was more popular than that. It's like cabbage and mayonnaise and carrots. You can get it from like KFC. Your local grocery store, like every backyard barbecue I've ever been to had coleslaw. What? What do you mean I'm saying it wrong? Slaw? That's not a word. Oh, apparently it's coleslaw. So you have heard of Cole's Law before, right? Now, I want you guys to be honest. Did I get you? Raise your hand in the comments. Be like, yes, you got me, sir. Raise your hand if I got you, okay? Because by law, by Cole's Law, you have to now go over right at this very moment to PaintWithJosh.com and get yourself a Cole's Law t-shirt, right? You fell for it. By law, you have to get the Cole's Law t-shirt, right? Now, we don't just have that guy. We've got this guy, which is, I got slawed. So, if you in fact did get slawed, right, go over to PaintWithJosh.com and grab yourself one of these 2 t-shirts. By law, you have to. You fell for it. You have to. Man alive. What a painting, you guys. I love that supreme brightness all the way through. Just all the way through. Amazing. If Brian is watching, I got your paintings packaged up. They're going to be sent out tomorrow. And everybody else, we're waiting on Jennifer's print order, Sarah, and Sam. And then everything else is newer than that. But they should be done by tomorrow, I would imagine. Thank you, what was that? Delphina, appreciate you. It really came out fantastic. I mean, look at this guy. Look at this guy. Right? All of the clouds, the water, the everything. The glare in the top right corner from my lights. Look at that, though. Isn't that amazing? Thank you, Susan. I believe it's the best that I've created as well. I'm in agreement with you there. We definitely leveled up on this one, for sure. I've tried to do many scenes like this before, and I always crap the bed on them. Because normally in my seascapes, we do this much backwater, like a little triangle, and that's it. Like, it's all that, right? To do this like that is much more difficult, and I always lose it at that time. You know what I mean? And so it actually worked out, and we were able to come through on this painting today. And it just looks like churning, bubbling thing as we're just leading the other direction, looking back at our long-lost home. Oh, it's fantastic. Getting into oils now, but what are you using for flow? So, Ken, you must be talking. Yes, we're going to have a light party on this one, right? Should we have a light party, and then we'll talk to Ken about the oil blending medium that he needs in order to make his oils slide across. Thank you, Shay. Appreciate it. Lynn Emroy, appreciate all you guys, right? So should we do the light party now? If so, type the words, I'm ready, into the comments. I'm ready. That's all you got to type. I'm ready. Yes, I sell the actual paintings that we do right here. Spin this one around. It's got my signature. It's got a number on it. And every painting is numbered. If it's purchased, it's then shipped out. You want to see an older one? Watch this. This one hasn't been got yet. Right? So it's got its number, right? Right down there. You can see the number. What's that? 1469? No, 1449. Right? So if you went over to my store and you looked up painting 1449, right? It would pull up this guy. And then if you purchased it, this would come to you in the mail. Now, I also do prints and posters and stuff, but we mainly sell the originals. And then if the originals are good enough, like this guy, then we'll probably make prints of it so you other guys can get them too, right? So, all right. So, no, 1440. Okay, so you guys that are going to watch and stay and watch the light party, type in, I'm ready, and then tell me the first thing that flashes for you when the light party starts, okay? For those not watching the light party because you're sensitive to light, here's your flash warning. The screen's going to go crazy, so turn your phone away for the next 30 seconds. I'll tell you with my voice that it's okay to look back when it is okay. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Light party! Boom! Oh, man. Look at that thing. Sorry. I'll get out of the light party. You guys, the waves, the churning water up here in the front. Oh, the sun. The sun blinks very brightly for me. The sun is popping. You're right. You are right. Man, that's so cool. Goodness. Okay. The light party's now concluded. Everything's back to normal. You may now look back at your screens. I wonder, should we make the lights all red? You know, like they do that red light challenge where everything will look different shown in red light. You guys want to see that? Because I'm kind of interested in doing it. Am I going to be back on later? So not tonight. Don't get mad. I'm sorry. I've had a very long day. I taught a class earlier today, and we did that. I streamed the class live on TikTok, which I've never done before in my life. Some people even painted along with us, like Beautiful or Sam, or now I forget the thing, but your screen name. But they painted along with us during the class. So I've already done 2 paintings today. It's been a really long day. Plus, I want to go home and make prints of this, right? Don't we all want prints and this video to be uploaded to YouTube like instantly? Because as soon as I post this, people are going to go, is the video ready to watch so I can paint along? And I'm like, no, it won't be ready for like 6 months. I've got a lot of backlog. You know what I mean? I don't like that. So I got to have the video. I got to pull it. I got to post it all at once. And that way we can get everybody over to YouTube and watch it, right? Came out great. Yeah, Brenda did such a good job in the class, right? If you haven't seen the results of the class, go to my Facebook page. I posted the results over there of my painting and then her painting. And she did so good. So good. No, we want 10 more originals of this. I can keep painting. I'm going to keep painting it. And I'm going to get better the more that we do. You know what I mean? Who knows? This may be the best one and I'll never get better, right? I always say, like, don't expect your next painting to be better than your last one was, right? Sometimes it is. Sometimes it ain't. It's just how you got to do. I better what? I've already forgotten what I said. My pineapples are in my rose garden, you guys. Oh, about making more ones. Dude, I mean, what time is it? Oh, you guys. I do have another canvas over here. This one was $2.59. It's a big old thick canvas. I do have another canvas. I could make it black. Leave a little stripe like we did. And we could do it again. But then I'll have to go shopping before Monday Night Madness. I don't want to do that. What if we just sit? Guys. Well, I mean, it might not be as good, but guys, what if we do this tomorrow, right? On, yeah, it was for this painting. It's, I'm not trying to make $1 million on one painting. You know what I mean? I want to have a long career and I want to have one of these in everybody's house in America, in the world, in the entire galaxy. But yeah, so I never like to price them up too high. Plus, if they're too high, nobody gets it during the show, and then it becomes less of a fun show if nobody gets it during the show, right? Boundaries. I need boundaries. Get some food. Do it. It's good for business. You love it? Yes. Oh, I appreciate. The Your Landscape was really cool. It came out like that too. Where do I get my paints? Off of Amazon. I get them off of Amazon. Thank you, Cynthia. This one came out so fantastically. Straight out of the dome piece. Didn't look at a single photo. I did. Oh, no, I did not. In fact, we forgot to sign it down here. I did not sign it. But we didn't even look at a picture. I was trying to remember a photo that Evil J had sent to me years ago. And, of course, it didn't come out like that. But this is also sort of a practice for what I want to do. Evil J, were you here? Are you still here? Were you here when I was talking about... oh, for sure. I'll send this one over to him, definitely. Definitely. But were you there, Evil J, when I was talking about... my painting that I want to do off screen and like really take a long time on it? It's again one of the pictures that you sent me, very much like this, but the bottom bit is where your boat was, and then you had like lobster racks stacked on top of each other in the corner. So like the whole bottom section would be boat, be like, you know, dark or gray, and then have those lobster pots. Do you remember that photo? Can you do a rainforest? I have a rainforest tutorial on my YouTube. It's only one that I have up there. But it is a rainforesty deal. It's got a waterfall. It's got lots of greenery and lots of stuff in there. I agree. Go with the fleur. Girl with the fleur. Girl with the fleur. Oh, man. Came out so fantastic. I love it. I use oil paints. Bob Ross brand, Winsor Newton brand, Gamblin 1980 brand, and Meaden brands. Another sunflower one soon. I said that I would do a sunflower one, didn't I? Damn my own mouth. It's been so long. And it didn't really even come out that good the first time. Trying to rush like 100 sunflowers into an hour. It didn't really come out the best, but now maybe we'll dick around with it again. We'll mess around with it a bit, I guess. I don't know. Man. So my Facebook page is facebook.com/officialpaintwithjosh. There are lots and lots of fake Paint with Josh pages on Facebook. Tons of them, right? I just had one pop into my one of the comments today and started replying to people like, hey, thank you so much for all of your support. Please send me message, or please send message to me at this blah blah. And I'm like, no, block, get out of here. Like, get, because you guys will think it's me asking you to send them or click on something, and it's gonna just don't. Unless you see the blue check mark, right, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Threads. Actually, I don't think I pay for it on Threads, but on Instagram and Facebook, when you see the blue check mark, that's me. That's the verified page, right? Like. I've verified that I am in fact who I am. All the other fakes are, Paint with Josh 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, or paint.with.josh, or paint_._.paint_with_.5. Right? Official Paint with Josh. Everything else, Paint with Josh K, and Paint with Josh on YouTube. So, yeah. It's super behind on sending me memes. That's funny. You guys are funny, man. You guys are funny. So, what an amazing show. Beyond breathtaking. I agree. Thank you. I'm amazed that I painted it. Like, I'm looking at it going, whose painting are we looking at right now? Because it's not mine. I didn't do that. Hi, Jody. I didn't do that. Jody, are you waiting on Paint with Josh items in the mail? Are you the Jody? I have to go check my records. Check the records. Thank you, Anna. Again, one of my absolute favorites. I don't think I've done a seascape. I mean, okay, I've got some wicked, awesome crashing wave seascapes, right? Those Aurora seascapes. Oh, okay. Different Jody then. Sorry. If you want, Jody, go to paintwithjosh.com. Get yourself any sort of, all right, website or any sort of merch, and then you can have Paint with Josh items coming to you, right? You just got to go to paintwithjosh.com first. Select some items, then they'll be coming to you. It'll be awesome. But yeah, I've got some awesome crashing wave seascapes. And as a painter, you evolve and change literally every time you do a painting. It's going to be different, right? You're changing, you're evolving, you're trying something new, you're doing all these things. Good job, MC. Well, I appreciate that. Makes me calm and wants to restart my journey. I like that. I appreciate that. Go find me on YouTube, youtube.com/paintwithjosh, right? Facebook, official Paint with Josh. Instagram, just like here on TikTok, Paint with Josh K. And everything you'll ever need, I can supply. But literally, again, do you guys want me to do another one like this for tomorrow's live show on YouTube? So there will be a video of it forever, or vice versa. You know what? Fuck it. We can just download this one, upload it to the videos, and then we'll have one in the videos and one in the live. So whichever place anybody looks, they'll be able to find either one, right? Sounds like a good idea to me. Oh, the red light. Exactly. That's what I wanted to see. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Okay. So yes to doing it tomorrow, and yes to also uploading this one straight up to YouTube like that. 1,000 times yes. Okay. Let's see what it looks like in a red light, right? Everything's going to change. Actually, maybe I'll turn you guys around so you can't see what it looks like, right? Until we... Oh, doesn't make any sense. Hi, wheel. Let's bring these down to only the red. I'm going to turn this guy off then. I'm going to do that. There we go. Now it's only red light in here, right? What does the painting look like? Ooh, it didn't change much. You can almost not see the sun, right? That's really cool. You can almost not see the sunlight, but it takes away all the colors. You know what I mean? It makes it like a black and white, basically. That's neat, though. Isn't that cool? The Red Sea. That's cool, dude. Thank you, Lynn. The sky turned out so great in this one. It was so great. Do anything with the blue. We could put it on blue lights. We could put it on green lights, too. But they always say the best thing is with the red, right? All right, let's see what a blue light might look like. What if we crank this guy? No, that's the green. We crank this guy up and brought the red down, so it's only blue. Only the blue lights. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Oh, man alive. That's awesome. Wow. Look at that. Should we see what it looks like in green? Let's see what it looks like in green. Bring down the blue and bring up the green. Ooh, guys, literally. I like the red better too. Lynn, have you seen it in its normal color? Or did you just come in and you haven't seen it yet? Because it's fire, right? That makes everything pop for sure, the green. And you can actually see the sun back there too, right? Very cool. Okay, you did see it. All right, let's get back to our normal lighting. We're going to adjust some things up here, bring this guy down, pop that guy back up. And we'll be all at a rooski. Look at that, how it just changes. Isn't that insane? Literally insane. I love it. I love it. Green is cool because it shows the sun. True. The red knocks that sun right out. The green is pretty cool. I agree. Ooh, the pink. Yeah. This is its normal colors. This is normal daylight colors because this is what I look like, unfortunately, in the light. Yeah. All right. You guys have been amazing, honestly. Literally, honestly. Oh, my God. There's another scammer on my freaking Facebook page right now. Right now. Oh, penis. All right. Let me go block this guy, too. I admire your artwork, masterpiece, blah, blah, blah. Scammer. Get out of here. Block. Not allowed to talk to my fans. Get out of here. Okay, so you guys have been amazing. This one was awesome. How can you tell? Because of their verbiage. And like everyone uses, it's like a copy and paste. Oh my God, I find your artworks. it's only one that you're looking at, but I find your artwork so interesting, and it's broken English, and it's always verbatim the same thing. Oh, let's talk via message, or, is this one available for sale? If it comes through like that, I look at the name and I go, David John, probably fake, but I'll send them the link anyway. And I go, yeah, here's the link. This one's available. And they go, oh, I don't purchase through links because I've had bad dealings in the past. If we could just do this, and I'm like, no. I'm a business. You're a scammer. Goodbye. And I say goodbye to them, right? All about, the NFTs. Oh, I'd really love to purchase and give you 9 Ethereum. What is that? I don't want that. Plus, you're bullcrapping me. You know what I mean? The old sunrise. That's how Jonathan pronounces this. All right. So, hi, Jennifer Robinson. Well, thanks to you, Mrs. Robinson. Are you who they were talking about the whole time in that song? Must be. Just show your age, Josh. Why don't you? Just show your age. Okay, I'm going to clean off the rest of these brushes while you guys get to look at this and listen to the rainstorm. I'm going to try to be quiet. Just imagine you're out on the ocean. It's coming down out there. All right, guys. My guys and gals and paint and pound. Oh, Chris. All right. Here. Over there. Toss that. We're all set-a-rooski, you guys. Put my kiddos to bed and just came back. Boom! SJS. I'm going to be doing a few more of these styles. Just to seal it into my own brain. And Mac did name it See the Skyscape. But like see, right? See the skyscape. Purple and turquoise. We could do that. Yeah, we could have turquoise and purple. And then turquoise and purple all the way through. We could do that. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Do you see? Do you see my trip to Frontier Days? Do you see? All right. Hey. I think it's only me and Cosmic that know where that reference is from. Does anybody know where else that reference is from? Anyone else? When I'm like, do you see? It's only me and Cosmic that know where that's from. At least I didn't tag myself this time. Oh, I cracked my back. Oh, don't get old. No, not from Red Dragon. No, it's not from anything that a grown-up would have ever seen. It's from South Park. It's from South Park. You need those stinking badges. Thank you, I am me. I am me. Nice to meet you. You are you. I am me. No, it's from South Park, though. There's like a person who goes around and cuts off people's hands, and when he finally catches Cartman, he's like, I'm going to show you all the things that I have done. And you think it's going to be like all these crazy, like, right? But it's like trips that he's taken to Disneyland and Frontier Days. And he's like, do you see? This is dumb. This is dumb. But yeah. So I'm super cereal, you guys. Man Bear Pig is in the building right now. All right. Everyone's going to take me super cereal. What's your favorite South Park episode? Mine has to be Woodland Critter Christmas. It's my most favoritist. Just because it's this time of year, and because the whole time, when you get to the end, you're like, that's funny. You know what I mean? Like, you don't realize what it is the whole time you're watching it until you get to the end of it. It just makes me like it. My roommate knew, do you see? It's my trip to Frontier Days. It's excellent. Never watched it. Go watch it. It's, I mean, you know, they got canceled twice. There's a lot of like early on, you know, you have to remember that when it came out, it was 2000. It was 24 years ago, and so there's verbiage in there that is not acceptable in today's society. You know what I mean? And like, but yeah, it still doesn't make it the show any less funnier to me. So it's really cool. Imagination Land. It's like imagination. You have to sing the Imagination song to get to the Imagination Land, right? How long does it take for your paintings to dry? Lou, guys. Yeah, about something like this, 4 or 5 days. I have a dry room right over there, which is a all plywood room that's set to 90 degrees inside. And I've got some dehumidifier packs and stuff in there. And that sucks the moisture out of the paintings in about 4 to 5 days, depending on the thickness, right? This down here may take a little bit longer because there's more paint there than that's on the rest, right? Very light amount up here, which will probably be dry by tomorrow, the sky. But all this takes a couple days to dry out. So, and I'm up here in Oregon where, as you can hear the rain, it's very wet here. We've had enough rain, please, for the last 3 weeks in a row. Don't need any more. Okay, I'll take the delivery. Thank you. But yeah, even up here in our wet, rainy environment, it's still going to dry in about 3 to 5 days. And normally it takes you 3 to 6 weeks. Depends on how thick you do the paint. When you're very early on, it's going to take them a really long time to dry because you're using too much, right? Most likely putting on too much paint. And that's all those globs take forever to dry. But the more you go, the less paint that you actually use, it'll dry faster. But it doesn't rain there like 95% of the time. There's like, you know, a few minutes of sunlight and clear skies, and then another storm to... No, the other day, it was perfect. It was beautiful all day, and then it rained at night. And basically, when the sun goes down about 5 o'clock, right when my show starts, then the rain decides to creep itself back out, right? The depression area. Your daughter goes to U of O. Woo! Go Ducks! Go Ducks! So you should tell your daughter that I have a painting class right here in Eugene, about 15 minutes away from where she goes to school, right? And she can bring all of her friends, and we can teach them how to paint paintings just like this. They're on my website. If you just go to my web, PaintWithJosh.com, you just scroll down a little bit, bang, there's the in-person classes, right? Copy that link, send it over to her, and be like, hey, go take a class from this guy. And yeah, I'm literally so close. I'm on 11th and Bailey Hill, and the college is on like 13th and something a little bit more east of me, right? I'm in West Eugene over here. But please, I'm trying to keep my studio open. I need students, right? So tell her it's going to be a fun time. She doesn't need to have any experience necessary. You can literally have never picked up a paintbrush before, and I can teach you how to do something cool. You know what I mean? Her and all of her friends. So it's online. That's all right. I do virtual classes too. We do virtual classes. You're killing me. You're make me go through the whole spiel. I know. I love you guys. So we're going to get out of here, though, before the rain decides to completely envelop and submerge my building. But yeah, it's going to be awesome. Gonna be awesome. We're going to be doing another painting like this one tomorrow, Josh. Thank you. And it's gonna be sweet. So, hope you guys are there to see it. Thank you, Cosmic, for your purchase of this one. Goodbye. Oh, goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye, Cruel. Goodbye. What movie is that from? Anybody? See you tomorrow, they say. Have a good night, everybody. Anybody? Goodbye, Cruel. Goodbye. Right. No? The Wall. I'm thinking more like Hocus Pocus. When, well, Studio told where Jim. I mean, I can't. There's not much to show right now because all the lights are off. Whenever I do a black canvas, I have to turn the lights off downstairs because these guys get way too bright, right? That light puts too much glare on the canvas, and so it has to be very dark in the studio when we're doing an all black canvas painting like this one. All black canvas. But I do have videos on my TikTok page of what the studio looks like. Videos of me doing the bathroom and all sorts of stuff. It's really amazing, but if I tipped you over the edge, you really won't be able to see much because it's kind of dark. You can take a look. I can show you. But, like I said, it's not going to be... Let's see if I can sneak you down through here. See? It's kind of dark down there. A little dark. And I've got my chairs, my little studio and stuff. And then I teach up there at the front. And then I've got a big old TV over there so you can all see. If you're sitting in the back rows, you can still see the details just as closely as if you were sitting in the front row. But like I said, very dark over there, so you can't really see much. But long commute for lessons, very true. But yeah, we've got a wicked awesome studio over here. I basically turned this car shop of a garage. It's like, imagine like, you know, like the guys across, the guys next to us, they do transmissions and different stuff. So it's like a shop, right? It's like a garage shop, shitty floor, just oil spills everywhere, right? And I took it from that and turned it into the most premier painting studio right here in Eugene that you're ever going to see. And I'm really proud of all the work that we put into this building. Is there a motel close to the shop? There is actually. There's a, I think it's a Holiday Inn or something. Like I could throw a rock and hit it. It's just right over there. But absolutely, yeah, there's a motel. It's one of the inns, Faraday and Holiday, something, you know, One Tree Hill. I don't know which, Double Tree, whatever. I don't know which one it is, but there is one close to my my building, within walking distance, really. Within walking distance. Man, I can't stop looking at this painting, you guys. Let me get my boob out the way. Ha! There we go. Look at that. Awesome. Yeah, that class that we did earlier today. Well, it was about 2 and a bit that we did in the class for. I scheduled the in-person classes 2 to 3 hours. And so we did it in 2 hours and 20 minutes. And then she had brought another painting from home that she had done that she didn't really like. And it was kind of, the perspective was awesome on one side, but then kind of lost her way on the other side. And I said, okay, well, here's what we could do. We could put a big old rock right here, cover up all the stuff you don't like, and then put a couple new bushes at the front. That's what we did, and she ended up loving the painting. So we're going to redo, that's partly what we're going to be doing next week is scenes like Tanisha does. You know, Tanisha from Happy Trees Landscape, where she'll do like some trees that come in this way, a little bit of reflection. Trees are coming that way, a little bit of reflection, the next little thing, the next little thing, the next little thing, the next little thing, like that. That's what she was trying to do. And I don't have many videos like that. So we're going to be doing more of those type of scenes. What's your favorite color? Well, green for the color of money. No, blue. I'd say blue. I can't ever paint without using blue. I mean, this one, no, I didn't use blue on, so I lie. But I do love blue the most, honestly. Blue the most. Love purple. Love white. I love the white because white you can do anything. You turn it into anything. You know what I mean? And I really love doing the undercolor, like the wet wash paintings where we wash it with base color and then we go brighten it up. And I think I've taken that to just like well beyond anything Bob ever did. And he never had as much time as I have, of course, but you know what I mean? Like, we've gone way into the undercolor paintings with portals and eclipses and all sorts of stuff that he would just never have done on his show. So it's really cool. Did you guys know, by the way, that I am in fact related to Mr. Bob Ross? He was my grandpa's cousin, believe it or not. Believe it or not. And we just found out this year. It's crazy. So, yeah, should I? All right, I'm going to get out of here. You guys have been amazing. I don't even know what time it is. So with a 90-minute show, 90 minutes for you guys. It's only because I'm not coming back later, so I figured I'd spend some excess time with you guys, right? Beyond that, you've all been amazing. Thank you for being here to see my literally best painting ever be painted of an open water scene. Best painting ever of an open water scene be painted. Yeah. So thank you guys all for being here, honestly. Good night, everybody. Good night. Goodbye. And we'll do it again tomorrow for Monday Night Madness, which is on Facebook and YouTube and right here on TikTok. So until I see you guys again next time, what are you going to do? What are you guys going to do until I see you tomorrow, right? You just a bunch of sad sacks waiting for Josh to come back. I'm same way. I'm same way. Rest well. Ooh, Barbs, you already know. Play poker without me, Tyler. Depends. I'm not doing 2 shows and working 12 hours today, so maybe I might be able to hop in and play a little bit of poker. We'll see. We'll have to see. So beyond that, though, we have cleaned up. We're free of paint. Everything is put away. All I got to do is go take a couple photos of this guy and head on home. Start your New Year's resolution. What is that? That's a good question for tomorrow, in fact, for tomorrow's show. And then I think New Year's is on a Wednesday, and Wednesday is when the Paint with Josh videos on YouTube come out. So we'll be posting a brand new video on New Year's morn, just for you guys. Can't wait. So until I see you guys again next time. Yeah, I feel you, Danielle. But yeah, until I see you guys again next time, I want everybody to take care. Have the rest of a good day. And bye.